The history of Liverpool in recent years is a narrative of glory, resilience, and transformation. However, in May 2023, the club faced one of the most delicate moments in its recent trajectory: the departure of Jurgen Klopp. The charismatic German coach not only brought unforgettable titles to Anfield, but also shaped a winning identity that will resonate for generations. When he announced his departure, he left behind a colossal legacy and a question that lingered in the air: who would be capable of filling such an enormous void? The answer lay in the hands of Richard Hughes, the man tasked with finding the next leader of the Reds. Hughes, a meticulous and visionary Scotsman, took on a mission that could be described as almost impossible. Replacing Klopp, the most iconic manager of Liverpool since Bob Paisley, was a monumental challenge. It wasn't just about finding someone to occupy the bench. It was necessary to find someone who could continue writing this story of success without losing the essence of what made Liverpool so special under Klopp. And Hughes knew this better than anyone. The selection process was painstaking, almost surgical. With just over 4 months between Klopp's departure announcement and the start of the new season, Liverpool needed to act quickly, but without compromising the quality of the decision. Several names surfaced on the list of candidates, including renowned figures like Xabi Alonso and Ruben Amorim. Both had impressive resumes and playing styles that seemed aligned with the club's philosophy. However, after much analysis, interviews and evaluations, one name emerged as the chosen one: Arne Slot. But how did Liverpool arrive at this decision? The club adopted a data-driven approach based on detailed analyses, something that has always been a hallmark of its management. Hughes, aided by the return of the legendary Michael Edwards, whose work as sporting director had already been fundamental during the club's golden years, led a team of experts to evaluate each candidate through multiple lenses. Playing style, adaptability to the existing squad, leadership ability, and even personal profile were all taken into consideration. Interestingly, Hughes went beyond formal interviews. He visited Arne Slot's home during the recruitment process, demonstrating just how serious and personalised the procedure was. This attitude reflects not only Hughes's professionalism, but also his strategic vision, understanding the candidate not just as a coach, but as a person. It was essential to ensure that the new manager was someone who shared Liverpool's values and could connect with players, fans, and staff. When Arne Slot was officially announced as Liverpool's new manager, some doubts inevitably arose. Who was this relatively unknown Dutchman outside of his country? How could he succeed someone like Klopp, whose magnetic presence and vibrant style were practically synonymous with modern Liverpool? For many, it was a risky bet, but for Hughes and his team, it was a choice grounded in concrete data and strategic intuition. And then, less than 12 months after his arrival, Slot proved to be exactly what Liverpool needed. His first season leading the Reds was nothing short of spectacular. Against all odds, he guided the team to win the Premier League, a feat achieved by only 5 managers in their debut seasons in the competition. And the most impressive part? He did it without making any major signings. The only significant reinforcement was Federico Chiesa, who barely had time to showcase his talent, playing just 33 minutes in the league. In other words, Slot worked with the squad inherited from Klopp, a group many considered outdated, and still delivered extraordinary results. Comparing Slot to the other initially considered candidates makes his achievement even more remarkable. For instance, Ruben Amorim, who eventually went to Manchester United, is far from replicating the success he had at Sporting CP. Under his leadership, the Red Devils are mired in 14th place in the Premier League, struggling to find any consistency. Meanwhile, Xabi Alonso, another name that sparked interest, remained at Bayer Leverkusen, where he continues to build his reputation, but there's no guarantee he would have had the same immediate impact that Slot had at Anfield. What makes Slot so special? His playing philosophy, based on intelligent possession, high pressing and quick transitions, seems tailor-made for Liverpool. He managed to revitalise key players like Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, who renewed their contracts even before the start of the season. These agreements not only ensured the continuity of the team's core, but also demonstrated the confidence the players have in the project led by Slot and Hughes. If there's someone who deserves applause in this story, it's Richard Hughes. His appointment as Liverpool's sporting director generated some initial criticism, especially because he had no prior experience with the club. However, his work in choosing Slot silenced the sceptics. Hughes not only found the right manager to replace Klopp, but also helped solidify Liverpool's future by ensuring the retention of key stars and strengthening the club's organisational structure. The results speak for themselves. In addition to the Premier League title, Liverpool showed clear signs of renewal and vitality under Slot's leadership. The team plays with intensity, creativity and efficiency, characteristics that honour the legacy left by Klopp. And all of this was made possible thanks to Hughes' strategic vision, which proved him to be a true architect of success. The start of the Slot era at Anfield is a powerful reminder that, even after the departure of an icon, it's possible to move forward without losing the essence. The combination of Hughes and Slot represents a new glorious chapter for Liverpool, one that promises to be filled with achievements and emotions. While other clubs, like Manchester United post Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsenal post Arsene Wenger, stumbled while trying to replace their legendary managers, Liverpool seems to have hit the mark perfectly. For the fans, the future has never looked brighter. With Hughes in charge of strategic decisions and Slot leading the team on the field, Liverpool is well positioned to continue dominating the English and European football scene. History is being written now, and every page brings new reasons to celebrate. If this is just the beginning, we can hardly wait to see what comes next. As Liverpool celebrates the brilliant start of the Arne Slot era and Richard Hughes' strategic vision, the eyes of the football world now turn to the next chapter in the Premier League transfer saga. And speaking of thrilling sagas, it seems another European gem is about to enter the radar of the English giants. Arsenal, hungry to bolster their squad to challenge the reign of the Reds, is eyeing a striker valued at £25 million, described as one of the best by his current club's own coach. But here's the big twist. Despite Arsenal's interest, the player has reportedly expressed a clear desire to wear the red uniform of Anfield. Is Liverpool about to steal yet another coveted piece from the market? Click on the card to the side and discover all the details of this dispute that promises to heat up the Premier League's backstage drama even further.